What's up, guys? This is Kalo, and normally I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming, but welcome back to another episode of Community Kitchen, where we're cooking up the latest and greatest gaming news headlines, and who better to join me today than Aiden? Why don't you say what's up?
I know he's gonna cut it, but I totally screwed him up at the beginning of this, and it made me laugh.
What you don't see didn't happen. That's the old saying. Before we get into any of today's topic of conversation, we'd like to say thank you to each and every one of you guys who are dropping a like on this video, subscribe to Game Sandwich, and if you want more content just like this, do that, and then join our link down below, which brings you to our community Discord. Now, today I want to talk about Battlefield 6, because there was a teaser released last week, there's a lot of news coming out this week about the game, and I wanted to kind of give my personal little wish list of things that Battlefield 6 could possibly do. And I know what I'm asking for, and I know where this game is coming from. Don't
Then you know
worry.
you're not gonna get it.
And I know I'm not going to get it. But if you want this game to do good, EA, and you want money, and that's when their ears perked up, this is what you do. And
Leave out the microtransactions.
well, since you gave me that lob, I will kick things off. We've done countless videos talking about how like Call of Duty is going too far with its skins, its collaborations. It's feeling far and away different from what Call of Duty could be. Battlefield, if you do anything like that, you're immediately cooked. Like, there is no bringing you back from where you're already at. I mean, granted, you're probably still going to be stuck there. But, like, I'm talking about, we don't need these stupid skins. We don't need no rainbow pony whatever in Battlefield 6. We don't need no bong gun that you rip weed from and it's all weird looking.
Dude, I've
Battlefield...
already seen this on Reddit. I have.
What?
I've seen
Battlefield...
so many. No, I've like seen so many people on Reddit already been posting the same thing where they say, "Man, don't do it, EA. Don't give in to the skins. Don't give into it. Like, if you're gonna do skins, just keep them realistic. Keep them cool looking. Don't be doing all these stupid crossovers."
Well, that's what I'm saying, and it's like Battlefield, for what it's worth and what it's been in prior generations, it's always been more of a true to life simulation of war versus like Call of Duty, which goes off the rails like countless times in its past, and it's kind of notorious for doing that. Battlefield, on the other hand, very simulation esque and not like the fantastical of whatever they want to do. I'm not opposed to them like doing like, let's just say they do a rabbit out of a hat here, Halo collaboration. Like, there are Marines, like human Marines, that do have like armor sets that would kind of fit in a 2042 or like a setting like that or anything. I'm confusing Battlefields now, but you get what I mean. That seems more in tune for what a game like that could be, right?
I guess. I mean, if you're going sci-fi, then yes, there's certain things, but I feel like people should have the follow the mantra basically of Arrowhead Game Studios. Shout out to them. They're a great studio. They made Helldivers too, but also I feel like people should follow the guidelines set forth with collaborations from them, which is, hey, there's certain things that just don't work.
Yeah.
And they should have a clear set up line where they're not going to cross it. I feel like that should be a thing that every studio does, not just say, hey, we're going to do anything and everything under the sun because it gets us some form of money. So, that's where things go wrong. Call of Duty, come on, Activision, there's a reason why people bash on you all the time.
Yeah.
But, like, it's easy for a game like Fortnite where that anything works in that because they never drew the line to begin with. You know, that game is a cartoon basically, so anything works. But in a game that's like hyper realistic or like very much a war simulation like Battlefield, not everything works. I don't even think Halo works, honestly. If you give me Battlefield 6 and then there's like Master Chief in it or something, I'm going to be like, what the hell is this? That doesn't belong here.
Yeah.
Not at
Yeah.
all.
Maybe
But
Gears of War. I don't know. I'm trying
no,
to
I
find
wouldn't
something
even say
realistic.
Gears of War. You know, like I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't even do a crossover in that game because it's meant to simulate real life. It's meant to simulate real war, you know?
Mm,
So like at that point they shouldn't be doing crossovers.
yeah.
They should honestly just stick with, hey, here's different camos, here's different skins, here's like, covert spec op looking things and all that.
Yeah.
Like, do cool skins that yes, fit the theme of war, but also fit the theme of, hey, this definitely doesn't look like something that somebody would wear during war, but maybe like
Yeah.
something that somebody would wear if they wanted to look cool, or something that somebody would wear if they wanted to like stand out, or
Mm-hmm. No.
pick and choose. Like if you choose like a movie, like I don't know, I I can't think of movies right now that are war.
Tropic
I
Thunder.
can't.
I don't know why I went
Okay,
there
yeah. I
first.
mean, I don't know. I wouldn't even say Tropic Thunder. That sounds stupid. But honestly, like if you do some sort of like war, like okay, how about this? If you cross over with Tom Clancy, there you go.
Mm.
Take a freaking Tom Clancy skin, like Splinter Cell could a skin from Splinter Cell could go into it. That would fit, but that's like the only thing I can think of that would actually fit.
No, I totally get that. And bear with me as I give another type of thing that Battlefield could do. And albeit very counterintuitive because these games are primarily bought and played because of their multiplayer. This is why we come here. We come for Battlefield multiplayer. How is it going to be? How is it going to perform? All that. Call me crazy, Aiden, but if Battlefield can pull off a campaign that's something like Bad Company or like Modern Warfare 2 to compare
I
it to
would love
Call
them forever for it.
exactly. And it's like, all right, you already know the battle of like multiplayer is tough to kind of break into, especially with Call of Duty just being there and that's the normal go-to. Nobody, at least at face value when this game launches, they're not going, I'm going to play the Battlefield multiplayer because that's where peak gaming is. They're going to have to earn that. What they could do is say like, hey, we have Battlefield 6, a pretty kick-ass campaign. Come play it and come get invested in this world. And then after you beat the campaign, there's a whole multiplayer that you can go to that I assume would go through all the maps that are in the campaign. You're used to the weapons and how the game performs by now. And just nowadays, in FPS games especially, like Call of Duty, campaign is always like a footnote, an afterthought.
No, it is. And honestly, I would like for them to start doing campaigns again, like that are really meaningful and longer. And fun fact for you, of all the games I've played, Battlefield Bad Company 2 is one of my favorite games I've ever played.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love that game. It is like one that's near and dear to my heart. I've played it like 3 or 4 times. I used to play it a lot whenever I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I would love for them to make another Bad Company game. I would. Because
Love it.
that was like where, honestly, that was where Battlefield like peaked for me, was with Bad Company. So if you give me like Battlefield, like a new Battlefield Bad Company and like reboot that series or something, and then add multiplayer to that, I'd be happy. I'd be blown away.
Oh. You're giving me perfect tease for my next segue here. Talk about being blown away. Battlefield did this thing
Uh,
where these levolution events happen, where it's like buildings fall and like it changes the map, and then all of a sudden you're in this new environment and whatever. We are on the next generation of consoles. PCs are running amazing, like except for mine. But there are high level performing hardware out there that can do pretty damn good things. I would like Battlefield to really lean into this and like the feeling of whenever I booted into Battlefield and I experienced an event like this, I was like, "Oh my gosh, like the world is ending, like you get really frantic, you're running for cover and this and that." But Battlefield can do this again. Like they can easily, especially with how they handle the environment and the games overall, like give us like over the top sequences where like a tornado comes through and it really changes the map and the environment and the feel.
Oh yes,
Like,
please.
I think changing maps
Nah.
like midway through is something you could definitely do and ramp up to 10.
Oh, you could.
Like it adds to the stakes of the game as well, where it's like, all right, game's tied at halftime, let's just say, and then all of a sudden sirens are going off. There's like an airstrike coming that's gonna level the battlefield, and now you're fighting through rubble to like beat the other team. Talk about peak cinema. That's it right there.
Like, so when you were talking about this, I had one thought and one thought only about what I'd want to see. And I don't know if this is me just going to the extreme on it or
Hey,
something. It could be. But I really, really want them now to make a map where, like, you're playing in a cityscape and just beautiful cityscape. Like, doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it. Not war torn or anything. It is just like, oh, fight breaks out in like New York City, modern day. Like, boom. Like,
yeah.
okay. And then halfway through this fight, boom, you hear sirens, and all of a sudden there's going to be a nuke drop,
Ooh.
and everyone has to hit a fallout shelter. And if you don't hit a fallout shelter, then you instantly die and you're dead for the rest of the game.
Hey.
And like, but if you make it to a fallout shelter, then that's your respawn point from that point on,
Yeah.
and you can just come up out and like, continue the fight, continue the match, and then like whenever you die, you respawn at like your team's shelter or something.
And that ties into my last thing, where it's like it ties into these Levolution events and all this stuff, where recent games like Forza Horizon, they use weather to their advantage, where it's like if you're driving and it's raining, like little beads of water are hitting your field of vision. It kind of skews a little bit. I think doing that to the maps would also help. Like, granted, we're all in different parts of the world. We're all, like, right now it's like winter or whatever across the world, and we're in summer. I still think adding in those changes, whether it be every month, like a map that was once like a hot desert map or whatever, gets like a big rainstorm or a monsoon or something. Do stuff like that, like where it's like we talk about Battlefield being an accurate simulation to war. Imagine like you're trying to scope in and like you were killing it on the map whenever it was summer, and like granted sandstorms, shout out to Darude, could block your scope. Imagine if it's raining and like you can't see out of your scope or something, or if like you have to wipe down before you shoot. Like stuff like that, albeit very, very annoying to do like over and over again whenever you're playing the game. But like realism, realism is something that is missing from FPS games now, and doing something like that might tip you over.
No, I feel you on that. And I don't know. I just was thinking about another Levolution idea and was just thinking, what if you just have a tsunami?
Yeah.
Just like completely crash on like a beachside like town or something like that, and then just like level the town. Oh.
And then you'd have to climb the skyscrapers, and like it's just a war of like who controls what building, and there's ways to do this. There's certain ways to do this.
That'd be cool.
We're cooking. EA, listen, please. Like this'll get you there, man. I don't know. Battlefield has a lot like to conquer here before we even talk about it competing with Call of Duty. It just needs to get back in the good graces of gamers, and it's releasing October 10th. We got some time, but who knows what they reveal between now and then that sways the general public. And again, open beta apparently is happening sometime soon, so check it out.
From what I've heard, it's August 1st or something, so we'll see.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? But what I know is that about does it here for this episode of Community Kitchen. We hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, if you want more gaming content just like this, keep it locked to Game Sandwich for all your gaming news, rumors, and reviews. And if you want to join our community Discord, links to that is in the video description down below. But as of right now, I've been Kalo, joined by Aiden, and we'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed today's video and want more content just like this, consider subscribing to Game Sandwich for all your news, rumors, and reviews. And we'll see you guys next time.